And then, yes, he yields up his spirit and he dies. So in another version of the Bible, it says he gives up the ghost. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. So like his body was there, but his spirit has, is released and goes up to heaven. And so he gives up the ghost. I like that version. He yields up his spirit. And then at that very moment, the veil of the temple is torn in two from top to bottom. Okay? Now that means something. The tearing of the veil in the temple at the time of Jesus' death is portraying God's plan for salvation, right? Like his direct plan for the plan of salvation. We have direct access, through a new covenant, not the old covenant. Because remember in the temple, you had to dress a certain way, and there was only selected few, the holy priests that would come and, offer up a sacrifice, and it had to be an unblemished lamb. It can't be a sickly one. It had to be a fresh one, a healthy lamb. And it had to be, there was rules and like regulations in order to offer a sacrifice up to God. Okay. And so how you walked in there was important. So there was a veil between the people and God in the temple. So when that veil turned in two, it showed that there was direct access. Okay. The earth quaked, the rock split. What I found interesting in Matthew is that there was details that I just don't remember reading. And I read Matthew before, but I just didn't remember reading. But like, you don't get these details in like Luke or Mark or even in John. Anyways, so the rock splits. This part I didn't know. Graves were open, and many bodies of the saints, who were asleep, or aka dead, they were raised and coming out of the graves after Jesus' resurrection. And so they kind of went into this holy city and appeared to many, which I thought was kind of cool. This means many holy people, the saints, they were raised from the dead, Christians. They were raised from the dead, or what we would consider modern day Christians today. They were raised from the dead, and they appeared to many people, signifying that Jesus' death and resurrection broke the power of death. That's powerful. Okay? And so the Roman commander in the army was like they were called the centurion. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the centurion and those with him who were guarding Jesus, they saw the earthquake, right? And all the things that have happened, like